What do I need to know about impairment-related work expenses, also known as IRWEs, for high school students, for parents, students, and school professionals, presented by Granite State Independent Living's Financial Planning and Benefits Services. What are impairment-related work expenses? Impairment-related work expenses, or IRWEs, are expenses that relate to your disability which are necessary for you to go to work. IRWEs are subtracted from your gross earned income to reduce the countable net income that is used when calculating eligibility for benefits. What makes something an IRWE? Lots of different expenses can qualify as an IRWE, but they must meet all 5 of the criteria listed below. The items or services enable you to work. You need the items or services because of a physical or mental impairment. You paid the cost and are not reimbursed by another source such as Medicare, Medicaid, or a private insurance carrier. The cost is reasonable, that is, it represents the standard charge for the item or service in your community, and you paid for the expense in a month that you are or were working. What kinds of things count as IRWEs? Prescription drug costs and copays that are related to your disability, doctor visit costs and copays that are related to your disability, modifications to your car that you need for your disability and so you can go to work, attendant care services that help you in the workplace or to help you prepare for work, modifications to the outside of your home to enable you to leave in order to work, modifications to the inside of your home that enable you to work at home, medical devices such as wheelchairs, pacemakers, and other equipment, service animal expenses, medical supplies such as incontinence pads, catheters, and ostomy bags. And this is not a comprehensive list. How do I track my IRWEs? When you use IRWEs to reduce your countable income, you need to keep all of your receipts so you can prove that you actually spent the money on the items or services that have been approved. If you don't keep your receipts, it is possible that you could have the IRWEs denied. How do IRWEs work for someone on SSI? In the SSI program, the cost of IRWEs can be deducted from an individual's gross earnings. IRWEs will reduce the total countable income that is used when figuring your SSI cash payment. IRWEs are also applicable under the SSDI program. I've heard about BWEs. What are they? Blind work expenses, also known as BWEs, are out-of-pocket expenses that help you earn income similar to IRWEs. Unlike IRWEs, they do not have to be related to your blindness. Any expense that you have that helps you work can count as BWEs. In addition to examples of IRWEs listed above, BWEs can include federal and state taxes, meals consumed at work, transportation, uniforms, and childcare. You must have been paid for BWE items out of pocket and not have been reimbursed by anyone. You must be receiving SSI because you are blind in order to be eligible for BWEs. I receive SSI and I'm blind. Should I use IRWEs or BWEs? Can I use both? You cannot claim both IRWEs and BWEs. If you are an SSI recipient and are eligible for BWEs, meaning you are receiving SSI because you are blind, you should always use BWEs instead of IRWEs. Items that are IRWE eligible are also BWE eligible, and BWEs reduce countable earned income more than IRWEs do. And this is because of the way that the SSI calculation is put together. So only about half the value of total IRWE costs are applied toward reducing countable earned income, whereas the total value of BWEs apply to reducing countable earned income. Can IRWEs be used for Medicaid? Yes, they can. Aid to the Permanently and Totally Disabled, or APTD Medicaid, and Medicaid for Employed Adults with Disabilities, or MEAD, both include IRWEs in their calculations for eligibility. In addition, MEAD also uses IRWEs to lower countable net income in premium calculations. I'm on a HCBC Waiver program. Do IRWEs count for me? IRWEs are used to reduce net countable income when calculating cost of care for these programs if you are eligible for Medicaid through the APTD program. IRWEs do not apply in the cost of care calculation for HCBC IHS, and HCBC CFI does not have a cost of care, so IRWEs do not apply to this program either. I'm on cash assistance. Can I use IRWEs? IRWEs are not used for cash assistance calculations. If you are receiving cash assistance and go to work, the following exclusions apply. There's an earned income disregard of $20. Then they take $30 or half of the remainder, whichever is smaller, and they apply an employment expense disregard or EED of $18 or the actual expense if it's greater. The EED is different than IRWEs, and different things qualify as EED deductions. Examples include Social Security and federal withholding taxes, transportation to and from work, and to and from childcare if needed for work, childcare costs if needed for work, special clothing costs, and other mandatory deductions. If you would like more information, you can view the rest of the videos to learn more. You can contact Granite State Independent Living for assistance at 877-809-7028 at www.gsil.org or benefits@gsil.org. You can visit the New Hampshire Work Incentive Resource Center for resources at www.nhwirc.org. You can contact the Social Security Administration or the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services for more details, and those websites are www.ssa.gov and www.dhhs.state.nh.us. If you are connected with an area agency, mental health center, or vocational rehabilitation, you can contact them for more information and assistance.